promise made to the Australian public. Mr Speaker, it wasn't made just as a throwaway comment. That's the reality, Mr Speaker. After they went into Ukraine, Mr Speaker, so the opposition at the time, the now government, now that, Mr Speaker, is something that people can reconcile and they can deal with over the course of the next 2.5 years. But what happens, Mr Speaker, that he wanted a new parliament, a new approach to this parliament. In fact, Mr Speaker, well, the fact is, Mr Speaker, it can't be reconciled. But I was here, Mr Speaker, during the Rudd-Gillard-Rudd years. None worse, Mr Speaker, than this man over here. He was the shadow assistant treasurer, and, Mr Speaker, he is taking this government and our country down a dead end.
Could I just,
Mr Speaker,
I'm just going to interrupt you. You
Please.
continue to call me Mr Speaker, and I've given it a long reign. You need to use my correct title, and when you're referring to other members,
That is a very valid point, Madam
Thank
Deputy
you.
Speaker, and I'm sorry I haven't addressed you with the correct title. But the fact is, Mr Speaker, that there is a broader issue taking place here. You know that trouble is on the horizon, Mr Speaker. You know, Mr Speaker, that the uncertainty that they are creating in the marketplace will mean a reduction in investment. You know that, Mr Speaker. Now, we're in favour of renewables. We want to firm up those renewables, and we don't want the lights to go out. We don't want there to be a lack of, Mr Speaker, we don't want there to be a lack of stability.
Leader of the opposition,
Madam Deputy Speaker, we don't want there to be a lack. Long before the Ukraine was a reality, and Mr Speaker, we have to recognise that this is a half-baked policy by the government. And Mr Speaker, I move the amendments in my name in relation.